Whack. What's up, Quill?
Hey,
How are you guys?
missing your face as always.
Nobody misses my face. They miss the
I
hat.
don't- My dude, I don't even know what your face. Oh, there it is.
There you
Wait, I missed that face. I missed the hell out of that face.
Isn't it a pretty face? Look at that cute face. Everybody, welcome Joe Benitez.
Yay! Woo, yeah! Woo.
I like to play.
Yeah.
Play,
Joe,
play.
tell us a little intro about yourself. I know you, but nobody else in the world here knows you.
Oh yeah.
That'd
So
be cool.
yeah, maybe I don't know. I do some stuff. My name is Joseph Benitez. I am the owner and operator of Neon Demon Photography. So I specialize in like going to tattoo conventions around the world, concerts around the world, and taking pictures of dope people doing dope shit.
Hell yeah.
Also play guitar since I was 11, and I'm old as fuck now. So like, there's that. Have loved metal since day one. I grew up on Maiden, and then went real thrashy. Then I had my little emo phase, which I never really left. But then I like.
No, you
well,
didn't.
I know. I'm a sad boy.
Does anybody ever leave their emo phase?
It wasn't a phase, man. It's
Exactly.
never a phase.
It's a way of life.
But yeah, so I mean that's basically it. I'm just a silly little guy parading as a tough guy, and listen to a lot of real heavy shit, and taking some dope pictures.
So, you play guitar, who for?
No, just myself. I was in some bands that I'll keep unnamed right now, just mostly because I can't fucking stand the last one. And that was just kind of like enough for me. I got 4 kids. I'm Mexican, so like,
Hey, I got 4 kids too.
yeah, man, I keep those kids coming.
Pumping them out
no,
like fucking rabbits.
Yeah, but in all reality, man, I just really enjoyed being a dad. So like, I was like, all the shows, all the marketing, all the pushing. I was just like, man, like, I'm not into it. So now I just like kind of play with my homies like as needed and shit. And the concert photography really helps out with getting that itch of being close to a stage.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, half sick. Still, I'm getting over it. The new job
Sick.
is very hard. It's got a lot of people.
Oh, you don't say.
We love that.
He corrections officer.
I get to babysit grown ass adults all day.
Me too.
Once you hear the G piano note, you will never be the same. When I was a young boy. Yes.
Speaking of G piano notes, fucking AFI is putting out new music this year. Is going to be my AFI Quill. Is one of my favorite fucking bands.
Yes.
Davey Havoc, my bisexual awakening.
Yes.
But specific modern era short hair Davey Havoc, where I was like, oh boy, you handsome. Okay.
See, for me, it was the Silver and Cold song in general. Where I was
he's that video. He's gorgeous. That era, gorgeous. Right?
That man in snow.
But-
Love it.
shut
Yeah.
the front door.
For real. But so he actually has said that he calls it by far his favorite AFI record they've ever done. All of it is recording is complete, and they are looking to release it before the end of the year.
Oh,
And it's
man.
more focused on post-punk inspired work for this go around. So
Hell yeah, it's their Interpol album. Let's
yeah, I'm
go.
excited. I'm
To
excited.
come back to the original shit, Knife Master. In some ways, I am an erection officer.
And
If you know some of the shit I had to stop, it's the same. Like, hey, you stop jacking off. I feel like I'm on fucking Omegle all the time.
the one thing I'll say about AFI too is like, and this is a hot take, but I think their like last 3 albums are some of my favorite from them.
And Medicaid was a great album.
Dude, I really love the Blood album. I really love the song Snowcats a whole bunch, which is also has a great music video to it. But I think these last couple albums have been like their most like cohesive, like full vision albums, where it's it's not just a bunch of punk songs or post punk songs. It's I don't know, it's like a collection. It's like it makes me think about like back albums were made for vinyl. Like I know I collect vinyl, like I know it's still made. But like when albums were made for that shit, and there was an intentionality to the track listing, and there was intentionality to, the whole vibe of the album as one solid listen through. And I think that these last couple albums, like that's what they've been really hitting, and I fuck with that.
See, I think that that's like kind of them growing up a
Yeah.
little bit as a band too, because I mean you have to understand, back in the early 2000s into the 2010s, they didn't really have much of a choice. They had to pump shit out and to kind of do what they had to do, but now they're able to, since their name is out there and they do have the recognition
Yeah,
for so long and so much of a fan base, that they're able to sit back and not put out music so fast so that they can really focus and get it to where they want it to be.
for sure.
Mhm.
So I'm excited to hear this new one, especially because I mean it's been a little bit.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the best part of a band in its like senior phase technically, is because they've had their popularity. They're not in their Miss Murder phase. They're in their we can put out exactly what we want to, and still sound good while keeping our sound. It's kind of like what, much as I hate to say, it's kind of what you see with Avenged Sevenfold, to where they're putting out what they want to, even though it may not be what we want to hear. They're doing what they want to do.
I was just
Or-
gonna
That is
say,
for sure.
I was just gonna say, I really hate what they want.
Yeah, I do
really
too.
hate it.
Most of the world does.
I
Give me-
love the progression of the album because it shows like the first few songs are like Avenged Sevenfold sound, and it slowly transitions into them where they want to be and where they're trying to be, and like Game Over is actually half decent. Fucking We Love You, as repetitive as it is, at least has a good sound and at least some screaming, and then fucking Nikki.
give me Waken the Fallen or fucking Go Suck a Dick. I don't fucking care. Like,
Oh.
man, I
The
have
the very few people who actually love sounding of the seventh trumpet.
I love that one a little bit.
I was
That's
that's
like
where
nostalgia.
that's where I found them. It just hits me back in the feels. And then I was a huge LBC Diamonds in the Rough fan. My favorite song is Dancing Dead, and it hurt my feelings when I saw a TikTok of M Shadow saying we should have never released that. And I was like, no.
I didn't see that.
It's like, first of all, it's like 5 songs in there are fucking amazing. Like, why would you do that?
Admittedly, though, you want to hear something embarrassing about me? So like I also love Waken the Fallen because of its nostalgia, right? Like
Mhm.
that was like I think I was a sophomore or junior in high school, and like that's when I first started like really playing in metal bands and shit.
Mhm.
And I completely ripped off my whole like on stage persona from whichever one was whatever, like Johnny Christ or whatever.
The bass,
And so
Johnny Christ, the bass player.
yeah, so in high school, like everybody like that was in the scene knew me as Joe Christ.
Mhm.
And even to this day, I have my old Digitech, just like what I can't remember which distortion pedal it was, but like on the back of it, like I scribbled in a Sharpie, like property of Joe Christ. If you touch it, I'll fucking kill you. Like my kids are starting to learn how to play guitar now, and like they'll go through my pedal collection and stuff. And I'm like, Dad, what the fuck is this? And I'm just like, we need to talk.
Look, listen here.
In other music news, Counterfeit is reuniting,
I saw.
which is super amazing news. I'm really excited that they are. And with that, they are doing a weekend worth of shows in San Diego, August 1st through the 3rd at Casbah in San Diego. And they're also doing
Casbah.
Post Festival
The
on
Casbah.
Thursday, July 24th in Indianapolis.
Nice.
Yes.
Sleep Token just dropped their new song today, Caramel, and a lot of people were speculating it's how he's not tired of fame, but he's tired of certain aspects of it, like people trying to find his identity and all that stuff. And a lot of the song, he's like, I haven't heard it myself yet, which Alexa's gonna kill me if she hears that. And she told me about it. She's like, a lot of the songs, like how much he loves his fans, he appreciates everything, but he's like it. I think personally, for what she's saying to me, that it's the fame came too fast and he didn't have a chance to like get gradually into it, because we all know Sleep Token almost fucking came out of nowhere. They put 2 albums out before they got huge. It's like it's like Bad Omens to me. They got big. They have like one big album, and then they're burnt out because they have nothing new to put out because they feel like they have to tour for the appreciation of the fans.
My thing about Sleep Token is I do think they have a unique sound. I do think that, it's a good sound. While I'm not a huge Sleep Token fan because I do find it kind of monotonous, a little repetitive. I like not even talking about that and like musicality necessarily. What we do know is we do know Vessel's identity. We do know his identity. It's Joe Folker or something like that. He was a pop artist who didn't fucking make it. Um, that simple and plain, that's what happened. He was a pop artist who didn't make it, and he decided he was going to switch up what the fuck he was doing and do a gimmick, and it ended up fucking taking off. But he already had made some connections within the music industry because of the pop group that he was in, getting the slightest, tiniest bit of any fucking good shows or recognition back when he was doing it. And I do believe there were a two-piece. It was him and a girl. I'm pretty sure.
Probably one of the backup singers.
To me, it's very hard to tell if do you actually love what you're doing or did you do it to get famous? And now that you are famous, how do you truly feel about that? Because you were trying to be a famous pop artist and it didn't fucking work out for you. So you decided to bring metal into it because you saw that shit was popping off, and like you're actually just a fucking pop vocalist who decided to bring pop vocals into a metal space and make it weird. Not that it's bad weird, but I don't know. It just seems like very...
Seems a little industry planty to me.
It does seem industry planty. Speaking of industry plants, have you seen the newest industry plant in this fucking day and age where we're already struggling as musicians? We're already struggling to even just get our payouts for streams or anything like that and sell merch and get noticed. The newest industry plant is called President.
I've heard about them. I don't
industry
know anything about them, but I've heard
they have
about them.
no music out.
Mm-hmm.
Big red flag right there. No fucking music out. They have nothing. There is nothing on this fucking band. And they have huge festivals already lined up. There's like big shit going on for them. And I'm like, if that isn't the most obvious industry plant I've ever seen in my life.
Which Nepo baby is that?
It literally.
I was gonna say the last time I remember something like this was Vended, when they were like, it's Corey Taylor's son. He's going to be going everywhere. And then they, before they start touring, released Asylum. And you're like, oh, fuck, it's actually good.
It's fucking baby Slipknot. Let's not fucking get it twisted.
No, it's 100%. I've seen him live twice. It's just early Slipknot. They're super fucking heavy. He's super aggressive. Even his mannerisms on stage, Griffith, is literally like one copy of his fucking dad.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, too, is that he sounds just fucking like him. And, like, okay, cool. I'm down for it. The difference, I think, with an industry plant that is simply an industry plant and someone like that is your dad, your godparents, everyone that you grew up around is in this music industry. They have the network, they have the connections, they have the money to help get you into it. That's a little bit different than just like the industry themselves.
Yeah, building something.
Doing it and being like,
just being like, you work for us and here's what it is.
Don't get me wrong. I don't necessarily love the idea of like, oh, you get to make it because of XYZ from your fucking mom and dad or what the fuck ever. But it does make more sense, and it has a bit more reasoning to it. Like, you can't help that you were born into a privileged sort of situation.
Yeah. And, like, I want to say this. Like, I feel similarly to Quill about Sleep Token, where they're really, really good at what they do, and it's all that they do. And I get really bored by it most of the time. But I think there's a really interesting comparison to be made about bands. You know, if you look at Sleep Token kind of being this, you know, somebody who was in another genre and came over and made this whole shtick, you know, the visuals, which I appreciate. I'm a big theatrical guy. Like I grew up on Meatloaf. I grew up on Iron Maiden. I like a big fucking show.
I mean, Gore,
right?
Come on.
Yeah. I've seen Gore like
fucking love.
And great to photograph. Messy, but great. But like when I think about Sleep Token, I inevitably think about Ghost, right? Where you have Tobias Forge, who was in what was his band called before Ghost? I'll think about it later. I'm a little stoned, but like it was like a post emo, very like kind of like Smithy kind of sounding band.
Okay.
And it was dope. Like I used to listen to their stuff like back in the day. And I didn't realize until much later that Tobias Forge was Papa from Ghost, but like he did a very similar thing, but the difference being is like he was already in the industry. And it wasn't like that he failed anywhere because the band that he was in was relatively fucking successful. But he just had this idea for a business strategy for how to make an incredibly visually and musically successful band. And I know that, you know, a lot of people feel similarly about Ghost of like, oh, they do this one thing. I personally like him a whole bunch.
I
But
do too. I'm in that
I would
minority of liking
I would much
Ghost.
prefer somebody doing that, where it's, hey, I already found success here. Now I want to go and create this new challenge and see where we can take it. And I feel like, they succeeded to a fault there. That's what a lot of people don't like about them, is that they, niche down so far and are so excellent at what they do that it's, off-putting to some, and that's cool. But yeah, I struggle with like things like Sleep Token, where it's just like, you found a way to take advantage of something. That's cool, dude. Good for you.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you any money.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, while it's technically sound music,
Mm-hmm.
it does have a good sound to
They
it.
can write a great fucking hook, man.
Yeah,
Really
I mean,
can.
it's not like when you look at like going into guitar,
Yeah.
when you look at the tuning they're in, it is kind of an interesting tuning.
What are they playing?
They're in like some weird, like crazy drop E, fucking
Oh,
drop double
yeah.
E. I don't fuck. It's something nuts, but like, it's interesting.
Yeah.
So that choice there, but like I said, you were a failed fucking pop singer, and you happened to get enough networking going that you were able to sit here and make a gimmick, and it made you insanely successful. And I would be so bold to say they are the most successful metal bands, especially right now. They're the most successful metal band, and they are bringing metal to a lot more people. It's more accessible to certain people who wouldn't listen to metal before. You know what I mean?
Are you
Yeah.
referring
At
to
the moment,
Ghost still?
Well, it's similar. It's
no,
similar to
I'm
what
talking about Sleep Token.
Gotcha.
It's similar to what I mean. That's similar to what Ghost did too,
Yes.
right? Like where it became accessible for a lot of the girlies that were into like the 80s like synth rock and shit like that.
Yeah.
They
I was
heard
gonna
Ghost.
say that the first time I looked up Ghost, it said 80s psychedelia metal, and I was like, "What the fuck does that even mean?"
Yeah.
Well, see, I don't even think I had listened to Ghost before I saw them actually at Louder Than Life. That fucking poster that I have back there for the Louder Than Life that I went to years ago. I don't think I had ever really listened to them. I had maybe heard a snippet of a song, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds pretty all right." It was like a
Yeah.
chorus. It was nice. It was whatever. And I was just like, "Oh, that's interesting." And then I went to Louder Than Life. I happened to be able to like catch their set, and I was like, "Whoa, there's a lot of theatrics going on here. Like, what's
Yeah.
up with this band? I want to know what's going on," because it was so interesting to see them like live, like with everything that they
Yeah.
do. And he does have a great voice live.
Yeah.
He really does. So like,
I actually appreciate when the bands actually have a great voice live.
And
Yeah.
additionally to him, and this is the same reason why I love Lady Gaga so fucking much. Tobias writes everything. He writes every instrument. He writes every song. Writes the fucking solos, and then hires people to play it live. And like to have somebody with that level of involvement and that level of artistry and vision to be able to kind of be like, hey, this is what I want to do, and then goes and makes every aspect of that happen. I'm like, all right, I fuck with that.
Not
Definitely,
to mention,
like,
at some point he's brought Dave Grohl in.
Yeah. Yeah.
let's see some of the comments we have here.
You got? Are we
For
starting
okay,
back
Sleep
with?
Token. Well, yeah. So Sleep Token, it's been confirmed about their new song Caramel. Band wishes for anonymity, and since you brought it up, Quill, his name is Leonard Faulkner. Sorry, I thought it was Joe Faulkner. Anyway, yeah, it's Gigi Allen. Yes, Gigi Allen was also very theatrical, throwing shit at people and raping them on stage. Yeah,
theatrical is a word that you.
that's a fucking yeah. Drop F sharp. Okay. I mean, maybe some of their songs are. I do think a couple of their songs are in the drop E or drop double E.
Drop 42.
Drop 42. Okay.
Smoker's butt.
Smoker's butt. I think Ghost is severely overrated personally, but there's no denying Tobias has one of the best work ethics in the music industry as a whole.
I think you're severely overrated, but there's no denying that you have a great screen name. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Hi, buddy Joel.
Hi, Joel. I don't think you're overrated at all.
So
Joel's dope.
I do know as of late, Clown's done a lot of talking. Obviously, Clown for Slipknot, and he's praised only like 3 or 4 bands as actually having the work ethic to keep metal alive. And he's name dropped. I can only remember 2 or 3. He name dropped Bring Me the Horizon. He name dropped Sleep Token and Bad Omens as bands he knows are headliner worthy and he thinks are going to carry the metal industry for the next few years.
That makes me a sad.
And he's not recognizing that they're better and that they're really good, that they have the work ethic to keep pushing metal forward.
I'm going to slightly disagree. I'm going to slightly disagree on that. I'm going to disagree. This is my disagreement. I think you might have a different one. My disagreement is on Bad Omens. My disagreement is on them because we know that Bring Me the Horizon has a work ethic like nobody's fucking business. They've been around forever. They're going to keep being around forever because
Some of the best.
Ollie refuses to stop, and he has a lot of involvement when it comes to storyboarding for their music videos. He does a lot of the writing of most things in the band. He is very, very heavily into band everything. That's his life. That's all he really cares about is Bring Me the Horizon. So like, yes, I agree with that one. I disagree with Bad Omens because I think that while they do have a great sound and I love a lot of their songs, and they did get popular, and they should absolutely because they put on a good show, whatever. I do think that Bad Omens is going to fizzle out just as quick as they got fucking big. It seems like that sort of pattern that you see sometimes with these bands that get fucking big real goddamn quick. They fizzle out really quick because they can't keep up the same sort of trajectory that they're on.
I know Noah right now, they aren't putting a tour on and they're only playing festivals because he wants to write music. That's the big thing for him. He stopped their actual touring. They're only doing festivals right now, and he's like, we got to put out music. Like we need to put shit out. We can't just keep going off of the last album. Still, it's the I Prevail thing. I Prevail did 300 shows for True Power, and then they were like, all right, we got to fucking put something out.
Yeah, it's a pattern that I've noticed with these bands that get that sort of like crazy fast stardom with that crazy trajectory. Is it takes one hell of a fucking band with one hell of a fucking work ethic in order to keep that up. And I do kind of see like this pattern happening with Bad Omens where they could either do it and fucking stay there and keep doing it, or what I think is going to happen with Bad Omens is they are going to end up kind of fizzling out
I think that's
a little
bit.
Started. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, we'll see when the next album comes out, when when new music comes out, maybe we'll be wrong, but I kind of already, like you said, I see it too. I'm already feeling that with Bad Omens, that they're starting to fizzle out.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Sleep Token's now releasing new music and stuff, and this isn't like me falling on my sword for Sleep Token by any means, but even when they weren't releasing new music, they were still talked about all the time. I can't get on social media without some really fucking alt girly talking about her undying love for Sleep Token. And I don't ever see the same shit for Bad Omens. I've seen them live. It is a great show, 100%.
Outside of the fact that Noah's dating Poppy, there's air quotes here.
Not for long. Not once she meets me. She's one of my bucket list like concert photography artists. Like I would also really like I do like when I'm not doing music, I do like a lot of like tattoo work, like I mentioned, and then I do a lot of like surreal portraiture and shit. And I think that the stuff that I make, God, I would just fucking go off with Poppy. It would just go so hard.
I think she'd be a really great subject to do all that stuff with.
It's very much my.
But here's my other thing about Poppy.
Speaking you don't have to ask, you can hop in.
The interesting thing about Poppy for me, and I might have brought it up before, I do love Poppy. What's interesting to me when we're already sitting here kind of talking about like gimmicks and whatnot, Poppy has a very interesting one. Because the thing about
kids want to see a dead body?
Yes. There he is. Okay. One of the things that I find interesting about Poppy is that Poppy is her whole story, the whole gimmick is that she is an AI. She's a bot that they have made. And anytime the AI becomes too cognizant and aware and starts mouthing off and talking back or whatever, they kill her off and bring a new Poppy in. And that's kind of cool because she's able to sit here, the band is able to sit here, and anytime they want to do something different, they can just kill off Poppy and bring the new Poppy out, and they make a totally different sound.
Their entire brand is predicated on their ability to rebrand, and it's fucking genius.
It really is.
I didn't know that. Now that explains a lot of violence against nature from Bad Omens with her. Because that's literally all it is. I am an mentalist living on your mannerisms. I'm already level with God.
Yeah, if you haven't already too. Like, check out her social media. Her TikTok videos and reels are unhinged in the most like delightful way, and I'll get stoned as fuck and just like scroll on her shit. So,
yeah, I think Poppy's a very interesting
Poppy
branding.
being metal was not on my 2024 bingo card.
It was on mine. It was on mine. And I'll tell you exactly fucking why. Because I saw it coming from the first time I ever heard Poppy back in 2018 or the beginning of 2019 was the first time I discovered her. Right? Yeah, nice. First time I ever fucking discovered Poppy. And I was like, this is weird. This is interesting. There's some weird riffage happening, and then it goes into this real pretty singing and like la da 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 whatever. I was like, there's something strange going on here, and it's gonna evolve into a really cool sort of plane.
I discovered her when she collaborated with Fever 333, and obviously that's a metal adjacent song that they did. And I was I have my daughter's about to be 14. And she has the best taste in music, man. She listens to everything. She's like obsessed with like French jazz, and then like is also really well versed in Slipknot, prog metal, shit like that. And she was asking me for music recommendations, and I was like, hey, I'm like, I've met Jason from Fever a couple times, and I was like, I really love Fever, and I'm like, and then he does this collaboration with this girl, and like they kind of go off. I'm kind of into it, and she's like, oh my god, Dad, I listen to Poppy all the time, and like. Then gave me like the full YouTube education, like and the whole storyline and all that shit. And I was just like, oh, she's gonna make some like more fucking shit. And then she did work with Knock Loose, and they fucking put what is it, reggaeton into that fucking breakdown, and it's fucking genius. And like her screams like fucking they hang in there with everybody else. And like I don't know, man, I'm a fan. I love what she's doing.
I am too.
Of that. It's fucking there's this band and I'm going to figure out who they are. I don't know if it'll be today, but I'm going to talk about them on one of our shows. They are a reggae metal band and they actually go the fuck off. They're so interesting. It's so cool.
Is it Skindred?
No. No, it is not Skindred.
My brain was thinking lower metal. I was thinking Fire from the Gods because his family is from fucking Jamaica, but he grew up in Brooklyn. They throw a lot of that shit in there.
Yeah, it's not. This is a fucking really cool fucking band. I ended up like randomly following the vocalist of this band on Instagram because I saw one of his videos where he's like doing vocals, and I follow a lot of vocalists on Instagram, and he was doing like reggae vocals, and I was like, oh, this is pretty fucking tight. I like his sound, whatever. And then all of a sudden a riff starts popping off, and I was like, what the fuck? Hold on a second.
Danger.
Oh, okay.
Nuts.
No, I will find them. I will fucking find them, and I will bring them to all of you at some point. I don't know if it'll be right now, but
shake ass and headbang simultaneously. Isn't that just some kind of kinky sex?
As a Latino and somebody who's genetically made to be able to shake my hips with great efficiency, I know the difficulty of that. Bravo.
Okay, I'm not. I've been trying to keep quiet this whole time for that sentence.
God damn, Az, you are so loud compared to Blake.
Yeah,
I am so sorry.
Take off that microphone.
God dang.
You're not supposed to swallow that.
Broke my ears.
Maybe, just maybe. Wait, where is my voice in video?
Anyway.
I don't know.
My input volume's at 50. I don't know how the hell it's loud for you. That's
Profit low at work. And he has hips that don't lie like Shakira.
Damn near 40.
It is very strong in this.
Donde está la biblioteca, bitches?
Me permite ir al baño. No me gusta.
Fucking Team America.
I every time my brain reverts to any kind of Spanish, I think of the American Dad episode where they're running around being chased to that song, like el gato no es bueno. Cilantro es contente, cilantro es
I love to sit here and fuck with people because I am from, West Virginia, a little tiny town where there's fucking like barely a university.
Version of hipster
I like to be like, oh yeah, I speak Spanish, quesadilla. But the funny
chicken vagina.
Goddamn quesadilla.
The funny thing is though, I actually do know quite a bit of fucking Spanish and like can sit here and listen to you and be like, okay. All right. I won't say anything. I'll let you just think that I'm some honky, but that's fine. I'll fucking
You're not just some honky, you're a great honky.
Thank you.
I worked enough construction to get by and curse at people.
We need a proper version of
That's-
Hips Don't Lie.
That's,
Fuck yeah.
that's really all you need in Spanish. That, that'll get your point across basically wherever you are.
Because when you work around enough Spanish people, you have to at least pick up on what the fuck they're talking. Because every time they will be talking shit about you.
100%.
Then as soon as you catch them, that's when they stop.
We're a petty people.
Dude, what's funny
Aren't
is
we
as soon
all,
as you
man?
catch them and you fucking respond back to them in Spanish, they look at you and go, "Oh."
Oh fuck!
They give you this look like, "Oh," and you're like, "Yeah."
Hi,
And they're
Dios
like,
mío.
they start speaking more to you, and you're like, "Wait a second, I can't speak that fast.
Look,
I can't speak that fast."
I know enough that you're talking shit about me. That's all you need to know.
Two of my friends are Hispanic, and they're the exact same fucking way.
Didn't you learn Spanish just so that you could talk to them?
No.
No.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
All right.
I thought there
Dope.
was some language learning there for some reason.
Hold on. First off, no. Second of all, you know Matt anyways, so that's your fault. And
Here's
his
my.
brother.
I want to learn the dumbest languages. I'll be honest. So in high school, I wanted to learn German. Who the fuck needs to know German? It's not going to help you in business whatsoever. I
Beautiful
wanted to learn
language.
German.
Language of
It's-
love.
It'll definitely not help you into art school.
You can
Yeah.
you can learn
No,
it
it
to
did not
send your
help me in
heart
art
out to
school
people.
at all. And then I sit here and I'm like, you know what? It'd be really cool to learn Scottish Gaelic. That would be dope.
Dude,
and then I'm
I
like,
want to
no
learn
one
Celtic.
fucking speaks that.
I changed my mind. You are just some honky.
I want to learn Celtic so bad. I had no reason. I just want to know Celtic.
Excuse me? Did you just say Celtic?
Yes, Celtic.
Oh yeah,
This is a
knife,
conversation.
knife master. Yeah, we are an excellent shit talking people. It's truly a mastery of ours. It dates back long to my ancestors, and yeah, we'll fucking talk. We'll hurt some feelings. We'll hurt some feelings.
Because all the way back to my. But Quill, you learn German so you can send your heart out to people.
Absolutely not.
I'm sorry, that was just. Alright, so as soon as I joined, we're doing spicy, got it?
Hell yeah, let's go.
Look, the thing is, I was
Take
really
your shirt off.
into I was super into Rammstein. I was really into Rammstein, and
Du hast.
dude, that fucking song that they
Blast
did that was
me.
literally a cookie recipe and just made it sound angry as fuck.
That was the first song I
Well,
ever.
okay, first
That
off,
was the
you don't
first
have
song
to try very hard to make German sound angry.
No, you
That's
don't.
No.
just
I think it's the
them.
same thing with Russian. You don't have to try and make it sound angry.
Yeah, that was the first
No.
song. Du Hast was the first song I ever learned how to play by ear, and
Mm.
I was so proud of myself.
Fuck yeah.
I was so proud of myself, but it's like
It's
fucking,
very
like
easy.
6 fucking chords,
Yeah.
6 bar chords, and that's it. But I was like fucking 14. I was like,
I
this.
think
is
the
dope.
first Rammstein song
did
I
it.
heard was America.
Yeah, that's a dope one.
That's fair.
Y'all
Um,
remember American Head Charge?
No.
Anybody?
No.
No, unrelated, but
That's a little vague for me, but okay.
the specific band name is vague for you. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Oh my, Joel, you are so right. You can say "I love you" in German, and it sounds like you're starting the Third Reich. Ich liebe dich.
Might be
Yeah.
the fourth
Well, the
right.
problem is because German has such harsh consonants, and they have very little vowels. Like every Latin-based language has several vowels and less consonants, where German and any other like Baltic language is very, very hard on the consonants, and
That's
so it's
you
like you're getting screeched at by a fucking goblin every 5
It's the
seconds.
same
Okay,
way for
but
Russian.
you want to know my favorite word in German? My favorite fucking word in
Scheiße.
German. Flugzeug. That is my favorite word in German. Is Flugzeug. It means airplane.
It
I like
does.
I like apple.
99 Luftballons.
That's good too.
It's not as funny as what their word is for ambulance.
Oh yeah, Krankenwagen.
It's
Krankenwagen.
it's so fucking
Yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah,
It's like,
brother.
what the fuck are you speaking?
You gotta get the crank wagon going.
Gotta really get it going.
We're churning butter back here, guys.
Oh god.
I mean, it's not as bad as the other option for the word crank, so we'll take it.
Definitely the video from this. I'm gonna need to.
used to
I'm gonna
think
need to
Rob
have
Zoe's
access to
super-
you.
You need a clip of us just doing this. Clip that one.
Click that one in specific.
That's gonna be the thumb title. All of us just like.
And Joe
cross-eyed
is never
hands.
asked back again.
Yeah, I agree, Joel. Like, I thought it was heavy as fuck, and then you're like, oh, drop D. No, it's not. But I will say it does still sound heavy because of the other elements that are going on rather than just the guitar tuning. There's a lot going on.
It's the wall of sound.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of sound, why don't we actually get into some music? Because one of the reasons I really wanted to have Joe here is because he does play guitar and he has for a very long time, and I can't speak a lot on the technical side of guitar. So I really wanted to have him kind of go into a little bit more of the technical aspect of things that he can hear from some of the bands that we are going to listen to tonight.
Hell yeah.
Now,
brother.
Quill,
Pray
you
to
gave
God they're
me
not
Salamander X, and you didn't give me a song. Are we supposed to pick one?
Song, it really doesn't matter. I actually found this band through the vocalist Michael Hayes of Fight From Within, who congrats to Fight From Within. If any of you guys are watching, congrats for winning that Battle of the Bands for Sonic Temple for that slot for an unsigned band. Fucking kudos, guys. You guys deserve it. For sure. You've been putting in work for a long time. Definitely.
Is that Adam's band?
No, but he's really
homie
tight
with
friends
them,
with
right?
him. Yeah.
Because I think he's photographed them a bunch.
His guitarist in Kings and Thieves is also in Fight From Within. Tim.
Gotcha.
Knife
Yeah.
Master, if you've got suggestions, send them. We'll use them either today or a different day. Don't matter.
We'll use him next Friday.
Fuck yourself.
You know what? Just delete it.
You guys like want to hug or something? Like,
No, me
Oh,
and
no,
Adam drink it out. We're gonna fucking thumb wrestle.
We're gonna circle.
What did
we're
I
gonna
do?
circle jerk in the mosh pit.
Yeah.
my
Biscuit,
question is,
everybody, wet biscuit.
What did I do? I'm so concerned. What did I?
We're
What I
late.
do?
It's causing
late.
problems.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had to eat dinner.
All right. So
Fuck you.
Salamander X.
Sustenance is a little bit more important.
Salamander X has their description as is their trap metal new core project featuring deathcore vocals, speed rap, and breakdowns based out of Georgia. Hot Atlanta.
blind taste test before I hear this. I think I'm gonna hate it.
I'm
Super-
also siding on this.
Let's
Hey,
find out.
Nothing could
What'll
be
be-
as bad as what's his face's production last week. I got Quill yelling
my
about a snare
God.
drum.
Oh god, did we
Ugh.
get a clip of
Don't
that?
get him started.
I don't
Why
know
did
if we
you-
did, but today's the last day to get a clip of it because it'll be deleted.
This
That VOD.
fucking
Well,
band we listen to.
it's also
Oh.
on YouTube. Shipwrecked End. Go on there if you want to see Quill break down about a half an hour and in.
Yeah, literally about a snare tone, and I will die on that hill any fucking day. Fuck that
Well,
producer.
I will agree the snare tone is shit.
He
But
said the snare
also-
tone is worse than Saint Anger.
Yeah,
Yes.
because it fucking is.
Can I give a hot take about Saint Anger real quick?
Of
It's
course.
not bad. It
Outside-
could be
outside of-
worse.
Outside of the snare, I think that if any other metal band released that album, it would have been a fucking great. It would have been accepted as a great album.
Can I
I
tell
like
you
Saint
how much I appreciate that?
Jesus
Because I
Christ.
actually like the Saint Anger song.
Yeah, dude, that's a
No,
dude,
yeah, it's
that's-
just a snare tone, literally.
yeah. Lars fucked shit up. Imagine that.
Yeah, but
Man,
you
it's crazy. I love a propane tank. Anyway.
you got it. You have to hear the fucking.
tink, tink, tink.
You got to hear the tone from fucking the song last week. Oh my!
It was a,
Made my blood boil.
was
I literally
atrocious.
screamed about it.
No,
It was
thank you.
mad. I was so mad.
Let's hope they never find our shit because they will hate us.
Like the music makes me angry in a bad way.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm,
it was. Mhm.
When I go,
Mhm,
oh,
mhm.
oh, why?
Oh, I
baby,
screamed about it for a
no.
good 10 minutes.
All right, this is Onslaught's latest release by Salamander X. It's a 3-minute song. It's got 4,600 plays. Let's go.
They said that I fell off, you can't tell me nothing. My creeping the shadows while you riding nothing. So sick of the gossip, bitch, why are you front? You talk on good game, but instead of your own way. I'm back on these videos, I've been going budget. I told the whole nation, I myself with the greatest. I coverage my head, living back, I'm like fucking
was Onslaught.
So overall, I liked it, but Joe and I were sitting here saying like, for the transition into the choruses, that could have been a better sort of transition into those. And then I personally thought that in the chorus they could have turned down the orchestral stuff a little bit. It was a little bit overpowering.
I have an idea of why. That was one of my things that I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember who just was talking. Sorry.
I was gonna say I thought the vocals sounded kind of quiet compared to everything else. Seemed kind of toned down. I couldn't really hear much of them, especially during the speed rap parts. I kind of almost thought it was reggae in the beginning, honestly.
Because the speed rap parts volume, like the game, turned up on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, a little side note. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just noticed that this song down here, D-Bar, has fucking Taylor Barber on it.
Oh shit.
And that's
we love Taylor Barber.
Oh fuck yeah! But go ahead, Joe.
So like from I was listening to the guitars first and all of that, and good tone. I like their tone a lot. But like what they were playing wasn't super complex, and I don't necessarily need my metal to be super complex, right? I don't need to listen to prog all the time. But talk about like the orchestral shit and some of the mixing and how similar to we're just talking about Rammstein and the Wall of Sound. I kind of feel like a lot of the shit that was going on in that song was to cover up that it was the same 3 guitar parts repeated multiple times, and the only thing that changed was the fucking bass line or the bass drum. And there was that whole wall of sound behind it that whenever the big chorus would hit, or what I was hoping would be a fucking drop and then never was,
dude, that
it just the wall of sound comes in, just be like, okay, we don't want to do this part again, but we're going to like do just a little bit different. So yeah, and then my only other real gripe about it is like, I don't know if the rapping was out of key, because I don't necessarily know how to quantify rapping in terms of key necessarily when it's that style of vocalization.
Style wise, it fit fine. I agree with Blake that it was too far down in the mix. They should have beefed it up a little bit.
I think they should have turned down all the way.
That's fine. No, but I agree with the drop. Where that drop should have fucking hit and it didn't was underwhelming.
There was something really off. There was something really off with the rap vocals for me, and it wasn't how low they were mixed. It was just like, this feels out of place. Like sonically, like it's not matching up to everything else that's going on around it.
I didn't mind the rapping. I think it was too low. I think they should have beefed it up a little bit.
I also like their fake mushroom head logo right here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I agree. There should I now that I think about it, I'm like, it feels like something is missing, which I think a drop with the typical like
they set up for it.
They did a perfect setup.
They set up for it, and I was ready to go with it, and then I was just like, we're back here again.
Disappoint Sickles.
I mean, overall, I will say though, I did like the song. It had a lot of energy to it. It's just like a couple of things. The orchestral part of the chorus was a little bit too loud. I do understand wanting to make a wall of sound, but you still have to make those choices within the EQ and whatnot to give the vocals the space that they need to really be up front still. And I don't feel like that really happened. Well, not only with the vocals though, like honestly, the guitar was kind of hard to hear in the chorus, and a lot of things got buried within that chorus. And I think that if they would have just brought that orchestral part down in volume a little bit, and also, like I said, make that space within the EQ for certain frequencies to really kind of cut through for the specific actual instruments that were being played, and the vocals, it would have just overall been a better wall of sound rather than just being like, here's fucking orchestra.
Also, I don't know if you heard any of their lyrics at all. I was trying to focus hard in. They are way too mayonnaise for what they are saying.
I heard pussy. That's all I heard. Something about pussy.
I make her pussy wet. I'm like, no, bud. I see your picture over there. You don't.
Another band I'm not a huge.
It's dry as the Sahara Desert.
Right.
Another band that I'm not a huge fan of, but I think already kind of made the blueprint for like the orchestral shit they're doing. I mean, Cradle of Filth is like a great example of that. Right?
I love them.
I like a bunch of their shit.
But they do it well. It's mixed.
But I mean, literally, like they already wrote the blueprint for it. Like, all of what you need to know to how to mix that kind of shit is already there. Mayonnaise is an instrument.
Yeah.
You just got, you play it with 2 fingers and just go like this.
You go fast enough, anything's an instrument.
Oh no.
With the right can-do attitude, anything's a dildo.
That's true.
Yeah.
Side note,
so
did anybody see the fucking video of the woman at the gathering who's like, I made a dildo with my husband's ashes in it and I've been passing it around the gathering?
No.
I was like, whoa.
I will say I'm not surprised because it's the fucking Juggalo gathering. I'm not surprised.
I'm trying to photograph that shit.
No,
I think I want to go.
Go.
I like people watching, man.
Wash your hands a lot. Bring hand sanitizer.
Buddy, you need to bring a whole body condom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk around in a gimp suit.
And a Bible.
I'm gonna walk
Just-
around in there and feel like I'm at work.
Now this is not the Bible.
If it tells you anything, my ex-wife went to the gathering.
That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me for some reason.
It's sad because I know her.
And you can attest that yes, that looks the way she
Right.
looks very accurate.
The average juggalo, in my opinion.
Not even a juggalo. That's the fucked up part. She was just like, yeah, I'll go.
Does she have smoker's butt though? That's the
She's
question.
super smoker's butt. Super smoker's butt.
Dope.
She's no butt. What are you talking about?
It's concave. She has a concave ass.
She's Hank Hill, damn it.
Exes are exes for a reason. Look, I am friends with a number of my exes. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of them that are wonderful people, and it just didn't work out between us. But this one, holy shit, she is an ex for a fucking many good
Happy
reasons.
birthday, JoJo.
I did tell JoJo happy birthday today, and we did talk for a moment. She's doing great. Siggy's wonderful and still alive, and I miss my little naked kitty. Anyway,
I miss telling
Yes.
you I went to your house to feed your nut sacks.
yes. The meatloaf is still alive and kicking, and she is meatloafy as ever. Anyway, yeah. So that was Onslaught by Salamander X.
Quill, you never gave me another band, by the way.
No, I didn't. No, I
Is
did
it
not.
Because you don't have another band?
That was the only one that I really had a suggestion for. Off the rip, honestly.
While we
Or
wait for
is-
Joel, I want to hear Taylor Barber in this song.
What are the parameters of this? Like,
So-
is
Just
this, like,
can't
new
be
shit?
big. We can't
It
get
can't be
copyright
big.
struck.
We'll get DMCA'd like a motherfucker. They will take our shit down. That's the main thing. They have to be a smaller band.
Mhm.
I will say on other music related news, and in any genre, obviously, but DJ Searle came out with a new song. I also saw that Grayscale came out with a new song called The Heart. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm excited to because I love Grayscale. They're wonderful.
I listened to like the little like because it came up on like my recommended music on Spotify, and they give you like that little preview thing,
Mm.
and like the 15-30 second clip I listened to, I was like, oh, okay,
Dude, I love
Okay.
Grayscale. They're so good.
yeah.
They're great.
Silent Planet and Invent Animate dropped an E EP.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah,
Silent
yeah.
Planet.
Who else? There was somebody else.
I'm looking at my my new release track right now.
Mm. But yeah, I am excited for the new Grayscale track, The Heart. Love Grayscale.
Skrillex.
Actually, Poppy has a new
Yes.
song with Baby Metal
I just
called
saw
From
that.
Me to You.
I listened to that today.
I have
been
not
listening
listened
to
to-
a lot of Versus Me, and they just put out a new song.
I actually have been listening to a playlist on Spotify. The other day I got in a very Ashley Co mood, and which I call dumb bitch music, and I don't know what the genre name is, so I call it dumb bitch music. That's the genre in my brain. And I love Ashley Co. I love Slater. I love Ashley Co. All that shit. Obviously, I did a cover of Slater's Triple Xmas. I fucking love Slater. Anyway, so Ashley Co. has a song called Chokehold Cherry Python, which I love. And she actually just came out with a new song the other day. So she's like putting out some new shit too called Itty Bitty. And I listened to it and I was like, if that is not the new gay fucking anthem for at least a month, holy shit. But I was like, oh, I wonder what others new that I haven't heard. And it was Chokehold Cherry Python, and I fucking loved it. So I have been sitting here listening to a playlist that is nothing but songs similar to Chokehold Cherry Python, which
Oh, and Memphis Mayfire as well.
They did put out a new song. So did Evanescence for the series Devil May Cry. And there's
Yes.
it is the most Evanescence song I've ever fucking heard.
Can I just say this? If it was a different band, like, I don't know, anything else, sure. Evanescence, however, no.
Luna Falling just put out a new song.
Hold on. That's great. Luna Falling, Columbus Band. Did you just fucking sit here and say you don't like Evanescence?
I don't like.
I do not.
He's a country singer first. Get out of here.
I
Put your
love
fucking,
her.
I don't give a fuck. Put your nostalgia away.
No. Voice.
But does the Devil
Yeah,
Wears Prada
a well-engineered voice you love. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Live,
song?
she sounds like.
Devil Wears Prada song.
That is not true for every performance because she can put on an actual opera performance, and I've seen it.
Not all cops.
A bitch.
I'm glad you do, but I don't.
Someone bring ass to life.
I'll bring that ass to life.
Also, if we talk
Yo.
about industry plants that like are plants that maybe people knew were and maybe they didn't. Paramore, motherfucker. Everybody fucking loves Paramore. Industry plant as a motherfucker.
I hate Paramore.
I can
Again,
see.
it should be everybody with asterisks.
Yeah. I hate a lot of shit. So like,
But I mean, I can kind of see why some people would not like Paramore. I love certain Paramore songs. I do. I can't help it.
Will, the new Luna Falling song has 5x5 in it.
Well, they're small enough. We should be able to listen to Luna Falling.
I
If you
know,
want to put it up.
it's brand new.
Let's fucking do it. Let's do it.
Put on my like songs really quick so I could.
Because Luna Falling, I don't know much about them. I haven't got to see them live yet. But my old drummer Josh Stroud is the drummer of Luna Falling. And he's great. Love him. So I, excited to hear anything from him, honestly. And 5x5, we actually just played with 5x5 at our St. Patrick's Day show out in Newark.
So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and go do this. It's called The New Design. It's Luna Falling in 5x5. It's not a 4-minute song, but last I remember, Luna Falling was pretty good. Yes, no confirmation. He already muted. Gotcha.
Welcome to Luna Falling. Insert 5x5. I got the chord, but I feel like I want more bass. In the neon glow, I'm more fucked up in your strip in the afterglow. An overwhelming feeling, haunting my dreams, design reality. Just to feel alive, the anger inside is the only thing hiding. Tick, 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 as I try to scream, I realize my friend is my enemy. I am lost in this sound, can you hear? Sometimes whispering, speaking nice, screaming out in darkness, all the heartaches that I couldn't write. Rewiring my circuits with fixed smiles, gotta get it right. Losing my humanity until I said my last goodbye. I can hold on to this pain. Swaying deep, straight from me, cutting deep, but I love it all the same. Tick, 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 as I try to scream, I realize that my friend is my enemy. I am lost in this sound, can you hear? I'm holding on to you. I got the core to be brand new. I am the new design.
Didn't mean to get a little bit of a day to remember in there.
I fucking Joe, the Tom DeLonge.
Suddenly a day to remember.
No, there was what did he say? I think he said
Goodbye.
boy. Yeah, he said
Goodbye.
bye or boy, but he's like he said
Boy.
boy.
Goodbye.
I was like, I'm
Tom
sorry. No, I really like that. I think there was like one like early on, like the very first like growly scream that he did. I thought it was like a little flat, and he kind of tripped at the finish a little bit. But the rest of it, like, yeah, man, I thought it was a really fucking fun song. Like that's something that I'm gonna walk away from this listening to again. As far as like the bass stuff, I can't remember who was talking about it in the comments and stuff. In that song, at least, I mean, the bass followed the guitar, didn't even follow the drums at all, like really and truly on that. And it was also like really buried in the mix, which is unfortunate. But that was a dope song. I fuck with that. Are they local or where are they from?
They're local, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 5x5 and Luna Falling are local to here in Columbus.
I say that was a good. I thought it was a great song.
Yeah,
the mix of the two, because I know if I remember anything about Luna Falling, the one song we did, which I have it right there, the Invasion, was a more melodic song. So adding in the 5x5 for the screaming definitely made them better in terms of bringing it all around, like giving that scream that they kind of wanted, because they don't do it themselves, either because they don't know or because they're not skilled at it. So they didn't want to make it sound terrible and forced. So they wanted to bring someone who knew what they were doing.
I do think that it was there towards the end on the screaming part. You can tell most of the screams in this are Fry, which is fine. Nothing wrong with Fry scream. Love a Fry scream. But towards the end, it was all the same sort of tone of scream. And then I kept wanting to have a lower like background scream in some of what he was saying. And then at the end of it, they did it, but it was so buried that you couldn't hear it very well.
I noticed it, but I thought it was that like very faded too.
I wish they would have brought it up just a little bit so that you could really kind of recognize that it was there to make that fullness really be there, and it would have hit harder too. Because I mean, I do it a lot in Verkari. Like I love to sit here and have both kind of like the layered screams of different tones, and sometimes different techniques.
You got
but
the Rage War sound to you. Sometimes you do that where it's like you'll have your deeps with the right over top of it.
Yeah, I mean, but it does help fill out a sound in certain spots where you really want it to just punch in, like to have both of those screams going, a couple layers of screams going to really just fill it all encompassing. You know what I mean? So I wish they would have just brought that up a little bit in the mix because it was there at the end of it. It just was kind of buried.
Also, they gave us the drop that I wanted on the last song, which is fucking dope. And I think that you can listen to that song too, and the guitarist or guitarists. You could tell like they had a lot of fun writing that song because like I can just kind of imagine myself playing that and being like, this is just like
it's bouncy,
a fun, like I really enjoy songs where I'm just like I can find a flow and just kind of go with it, and I think they did a really good job on that.
Yeah, overall, fucking love that shit
for sure.
Not a lot of notes on that one. I think technically wise, it was produced well, it was mixed well. My only gripe really is that, like you said, the bass guitar you couldn't really hear. And then that wanting that layer of an lower scream.
I want a meteor scream.
A meteor scream?
Meteor. Like I want there to be some fucking meat. I want some meatiness.
Yeah.
No, the giant rock hurling from space.
Give me the dirt.
I need a turkey leg scream, please. I need a turkey leg of a scream.
That is right there. A7X is notorious for layering vocals.
Yes. I mean, I love bands that understand that you do in some parts of a song to make it hit the way you really want it to hit. You have to have those layers there to fill out that sound. It just is needed in some spots to make it actually punch through.
I think that's something that like, and this isn't like an exact example, but first to come to mind, but like I think Under Oath was really great at that.
Oh yeah,
obviously it's not multiple screams, but the way they were
was really good at that shit.
The way they were able to build texture vocally.
Yes.
And then they also did it so well in the mix too, and they did it out on their albums. So.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
Aren't they about to put out new music too?
I think
I did see that. Yeah.
I saw something about Under Oath putting out music.
Yeah.
I mean, they just put out that album like a year ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
2 years ago at this point. That was pretty dope.
I keep getting songs with Aaron Gillespie. Like he just did a song with Taylor Barber with SFI and Phoenix, I'm assuming, called
Gillespie.
Magic. I said Gillespie.
Gillespie.
Or whatever.
Not Gillespie.
Dude, yes, Kill Switch was fucking masterful. Especially in the Howard days, man. Howard knew how to fucking layer those screams. Oh, delicious.
I love anything with Howard in it.
Scion?
The new thing that he's doing with
It's Scion.
he's the YouTube fucking guitar.
It's Scion.
It was called like Light the Torch. It was the song.
Light the Torch was his band. Scion is the one with him and Jared Dines.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I loved how
the song was The Blade.
Yes.
Oh,
the rumor is that I just said it. Jared is leaving and they're bringing Kill Switch's guitarist into there.
Adam?
Oh.
Adam?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Because there's pictures of them recording and it said Scion taking off. I'm like, oh, let's fucking go. These two back.
Hell yeah. Hey, raise your hand if you've seen the video of Adam winning fucking The Price is Right. Or was it The Price is Right or Wheel of Fortune? I don't know. It was Wheel of Fortune. I can't remember what fucking like Saturday morning fucking game show he went on.
He was on some shit.
But yeah, like you can look it up on YouTube. There's this great video of him like is it The Price is Right where they had like the name tags and shit. They get called out from the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam went on that and ended up fucking winning a new car. Like, he went all the way. It's one of my favorite. If I ever get real sad, sometimes I just watch that video of it, and every time he does it, he's just like tall and lanky, going like, "Oh my god, oh my god, I don't believe, yes, yeah, I'm gonna do that one."
The Price is Right.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Highly recommend.
Here you go.
Remember when Kill Switch Engage's Adam D won The Price is Right? Even if you're a rock star, there's a certain amount of excitement when you hear the words, "Come on down." That was the case back in 2015 when Kill Switch Engage guitarist and rock and metal producer Adam D went on The Price is Right.
Oh, you should be able to actually find the actual videos.
The guitarist almost.
It's like 2 or 3 minutes. It's fucking ridiculous.
The showcases.
2 or 3 minutes. It's fucking ridiculous.
What did I do?
Shit. Oh, there's an ad. Someone just recorded it from their fucking.
Yes, February 25th.
To the show, everybody. Showcase time. Caleb, welcome to the showcase round. Adam, welcome to the showcase round. George, you got a good one for us to start us out?
Make it full screen.
You, Drew. Well, hold on tight, Adam and Caitlin, because in this showcase, you'll rise to the top and fall 325 feet in the blink of an eye, riding Superman Tower of Power at Six Flags Over Texas. Unigust will fly round-trip coach from Los Angeles to Dallas, Texas for a 6-night stay in a deluxe suite at the Warwick Melrose Hotel, Dallas. This splendid 4-diamond property is known for its gracious service, elegance, and unique Texas charm. Daily breakfast, rental car, plus 2 amusement park tickets included. And this next prize is so cool because it rises and falls with the touch of a button. Check out the 3D HD TV inside your new lift cabinet. This 46-inch smart LED 1080p 3D HD TV features clear motion rate technology and voice interaction. 2 pairs of glasses included. And now you see it, now you don't. This sleek lift cabinet can house TVs that are anywhere from 36 to 47 inches from TVLiftCabinet.com. And finally, get ready to watch millions of gallons of seawater rise and fall as you pass through the Panama Canal during your 10-day luxury cruise. Unigust will fly round-trip coach from Los Angeles to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where you'll begin a 10-day cruise. Enjoy balcony cabin accommodations as you travel through the Caribbean, Central America, and South America on this once-in-a-lifetime journey. So, it's a vacation to Texas, a really cool 3D HD TV and lift cabinets, plus a luxury cruise to the Panama Canal. It's all yours if the price is right.
That looks like a good showcase to me, Dad. Do you want to keep it or pass it on to Caitlin?
I'm going to pass it on down.
Caitlin, what do you think?
All right. I'm going to say $18,000.
$18,000. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck. Adam, here's the showcase. Good luck to you. Take it away, George.
All right, Adam, we know that spring is still a month away, but I bet you're ready to see those flowers bloom. And you know what? When they do, you're going to be walking through fields of them at Anza Borrego Desert State Park in Borrego Springs. You and a guest will be chauffeured round trip in a limo from Los Angeles to Borrego Springs in San Diego County for a 3-night stay at a deluxe resort nestled between the Anza Borrego Desert and the foothills of the Santa Rosa Mountains. Park entrance included. And enjoy the great outdoors. Well, it's going to be a breeze when you go camping with your fully equipped trailer. Little guy, My Pod Max trailer comes with a 12-volt, 110 power package, 3-speed fantastic fan, window shades, protective travel guard, air conditioner, and 19-inch entertainment system. And finally, Adam, whether you're hauling fresh flowers home from the nursery or just heading to the campsite, this is going to come in really handy. It's a new truck! The 2015 Nissan Frontier King Cab 4x2 S truck features a 2.5-liter engine, 5-speed automatic transmission, under-rail bedliner floor mats plus Bluetooth. Oh, it's a vacation to beautiful Borrego Springs, a new trailer, and to haul it, a brand new truck. It's all yours if the price is right.
Big one.
28,000, please.
28,000. All right, good luck to you. Good luck, Caitlin. We'll see who's going to win. Place your bets, folks.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That wasn't even the right fucking video. I wasted my damn time. That's annoying. Motherfuckers. Hiding all the shit from me.
Also, Blake, check your messenger for 2 other band suggestions.
Also, Blake, check.
I saw it. That's all was it. I can't find the fucking him of actually winning. See the fucking loud.
I mean,
switching tax services can be a drag. And
he was on there. He won fucking cool shit.
He loses his shit. It's great.
God,
shit.
Knowing him is fucking hilarious.
Right.
That's my favorite thing every time he comes out. The first song. Hi guys, how you doing, guys?
The song is about the time our lead singer tripped and fell. It's called "When Darkness Falls."
I'm going to go with Joel's before we get into the other two. He gave us Celestial Light by Dreamwalker. He says you shouldn't get hit by it even though it's got a fuck ton of plays. So I'm going to play this from Dreamwalker and we'll move into the other two.
Cool.
Fantasy
I like that little ending. I like the
Yeah, we were just talking about like, having a longer song, which I've mentioned on the show before. Like it's you have like a pivotal moment where you could have ended the song and it keeps going, and like you have to make that decision of if you're going to do something different and still make it interesting so that it's worth being that long, or if you're going to kind of do the same thing and it's going to get boring. I was just telling Joe that I think that like it did switch up. It switched up.
It switched up, but it played it safe too.
It did, yeah.
Like I like a lot of shit like Polyphia, Animals as Leaders, shit like that, where like you get some really fucking long songs, but like the length of their songs is justified because you're going on a fucking journey. And as somebody who appreciates long songs, I think that song could have been 25% shorter, and I would have been a really happy camper.
Opinions on Tim Henson? I know you said you like Polyphia.
As far as what?
Anything. Your just opinion of him.
I mean, I think him and Toast Abasi are two of the greatest living guitarists currently. I mean,
I agree with that.
My big Tim Henson opinion is that the song "Playing God" is not only a masterful fucking song, but it's also a diss track to guitarists. The fact that he played on a fucking classical, as somebody who's I started out playing on a classical guitar, like playing Maiden on a classical guitar, but like whatever. But that's the actions are so inherently high on those, so you have to press so much harder on the strings, and that requires a huge amount of finger dexterity. So him playing that song on that his custom classical is just a big fuck you. It's just a big like, look what I can do, and I fucking love it so much.
Also, Steve Vai's feature on that song is fucking really good.
I love Steve Vai, and his part in that is fucking great. I kind of feel like they dunked on him a little bit in that song.
Yeah,
I could see that. I don't know. I think they did really well, both of them. So.
No, it's one of my favorite songs.
So, like, as far as this track goes, guitar wise, like, let's talk a little bit about how you felt about like tone and as far as like technicality or even music production, like the production side of things.
I really enjoyed that song in terms of the guitar tone. I thought that they had a variety of sounds in there. And they were tight. Like that was a really tight recording. The mixing was really good. Like that wasn't, I think that stands apart from the previous two songs, and that I could hear everything that was in the song. And I could hear where it was supposed to be. I think they had a lot of fun writing the breakdowns and that, and like it's similar to the last one. You can tell the guitarist was having fun, because in the reprise or however the fuck you say it, towards the end. They revisit parts they played before, but he's, threw in a couple little extra like sweeping arpeggios, just like really quick, like half measure ones. And it's just like a fun little accent that he throws on there. And, that's like one of the big parts, with what Quill was saying, as far as, if it's going to be that long, make it worthwhile. You got to make that choice. And I think that, some really good choices were made there. I think that, I would have, like to hear some different things, but that's another song where I'm pretty sure that they're on a few of my playlists already. But I'll definitely listen to it again. Like I really enjoyed that song a whole lot. It was mixed really well. I have sight sound synesthesia, so like listening to music will actually like generate fucking colors and shit for me. And it was popping off on that song, so like that's a song that I'll definitely go back to and fucking revisit for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Like the mixing and mastering of that song, the production quality was definitely better than the songs we've listened to thus far on the stream. But also, like it kind of, when you take the songs that we heard prior to this one and then we hear this one, you're able to kind of see what we've already been talking about. Of oh well, this EQ could have been done better, so that you kind of drop certain frequencies in certain instruments in order to make sure that the other instruments can still be heard and not kind of muffled out.
For sure.
I think this song definitely kind of encompassed what I was already saying. You know what I mean?
It was a really great example of like, the song's not, that song wasn't terribly complicated from at least a guitar perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But everything was mixed so well that everything meshed so right.
Yeah.
And nothing had to overcompensate. Nothing had to like really like go extra because any other thing was lacking. Like everybody pulled their weight, and it was mixed to a point where it sounded fucking dope. It sounded really, really good.
Everything was seated really, really nicely, where everything could be heard. Everyone had their part that shone through.
Yep.
Yep.
Hell yeah, brother.
I got one more song left in me, I think, and I got to bounce to my kids.
Right.
Sick. Do it.
All right, so I went ahead with the next one. What you have here is Collision Theory by Inhuman Hands.
Mm-hmm.
That was the next one that you had sent me. I don't really see much on them, so I'm going to go back really quick to their actual band page. Inhuman Hands is a metalcore band from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Check out our EP Void as we journey through 5 stages of grief. Ooh, songs about grief.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
We're getting into some emotional state. I love it.
Hell fucking yeah.
Love some concept album shit. Let's go.
Let's get that a listen to. This is Collision Theory by Inhuman Hands. What stage of grief do you think this is?
The one where they suck all of the low end out of the song and repeat the same fucking piano melody for the entire fucking song.
Yep, that one.
But outside of that, I fucking love that shit.
No, but I like.
I remember that stage of grief in school.
We were sitting here talking about it, and obviously I have to mute in order for there not to be like crazy feedback and contamination in the audio. But we were talking about it sitting here, and like Joe brought up a good point of there was a lot of parts of that song that were very reminiscent of Amity Affliction. Yeah, especially vocally, there was a lot of Amity Affliction stuff going on there.
I could see that.
Yeah, like I always think of Amity Affliction. I think like when I hear those like really subdued screams that are like buried in the mix, it's like somebody in another room scream. Like you're hearing somebody. But like maybe like like a really good acoustic bathroom, you know, like where it's like like I fucking like this, like I'm into this sound.
My kids hearing me from the bathroom as I wail out every song.
Just to get on a technical point of that with production, that is entirely done with reverb. That is entirely done with reverb. So like it's not a major thing that you have to do as far as mixing and mastering. So for all of you DIY people at home, that can be accomplished very easily with a good reverb. You want to use something like a plate reverb in order to accomplish that as far as vocals go, with accomplishing that sort of dissonant scream back there.
Throw a little distortion on it. Make it weird.
I mean, fuck it, make it weird. But I was telling Joe, like, every time I've heard something like that, even from the Amity Affliction, like, yes, I love that it sounds like it's far back. I love that there's a lot of reverb to it, but I do wish slightly that the volume was brought up just a hair. Because especially if you're listening in your car, or like, you're listening through headphones, sometimes that can get lost and it sounds even lower. So I do wish that people who did that in their songs, the producers and like the people who do the mixing and mastering, would bring it up just a tiny bit as far as volume.
And one of the things, like, I'd be interested in hearing this song with a good pair of headphones. Because like my whole complaint about the low end, like I feel like it's not, there's not enough punch punchy to it, right? And I feel like in part of that, it's not because the band didn't have it. I feel like it's because of how it's mixed, and it's because, to me, when I first listen, I feel like they wanted that piano to be the hero of that fucking song. That's why it plays through 90% of the damn thing. But I feel like it was so far forward that they had to, and they were so worried about it being heard that they had to dial back the bass and the guitar. And I think a lot of those breakdowns, although they were fucking great and they were fun and they were technical, I feel like they would have hit so much harder if you just turn that low up, just a little bit, like just
made it more punchy. Like, it doesn't, it's not even like necessarily turning up the gain or the volume on that. It's really just, again, you have to deal with the EQ of stuff and taking out certain frequencies or lowering them. And also, I mean, we've talked about it on damn near every episode of this podcast thus far, compression. Like, in order to have a nice punchy fucking sound, you have to have a nice mix between your EQ dialing back certain frequencies in certain instruments to let another instrument frequency kind of drive through a little bit, but also the compression of something just inherently makes it a little meatier.
Yeah.
So I think, that was a choice that was made, and I agree that it was definitely on the part of the piano and making sure that melody was heard. But like I was telling Joe, listening to it, I like the melody and I like the piano a lot. I liked how the song started out, and I liked the ending of the song a lot as far as what they did with it. But my issue is, while it's a great melody, and I do agree it should have been in the chorus, I do think they should have switched it up a little bit during the verses and some other parts of the song, just to give it a little bit of variety, you know.
And to speak really positively about this song too, it was a journey, man. They went to a lot of different places in that song, despite that melody just kind of ringing through the whole thing. They took that song to a lot of different places.
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching on camera where, there was a moment where they made a really abrupt change where I was like, oh, like clutching my pearls, because I was like, oh, that was not where I thought this was going at all. So that was something that was, I score really high in their favor. I think that was a lot of fun to listen to.
Yeah, it was definitely a really fucking good song. And like, overall, I do think it was produced well. I'm not gonna sit here and knock the producing on being a good overall general production. It's just little tiny choices that were made.
I'm nitpicking.
Yeah, that's what I do though. Like, and that's one of the reasons that I asked Blake to make this podcast, was because I see so many different music reviewers and reactors and podcasts that don't give real feedback, that don't give their actual opinion on many different reasons, I guess. Like, 1 is to not hurt anybody's feelings, 2 is to not make any enemies, 3 is to, just they're getting paid for it, and so they can't say anything bad, or they think they can't say anything bad. And that's fine or whatever. But I personally, if somebody reviews a Ricari song, I want you to review it objectively. I want you to actually give me feedback. What could be better? Because I'm going to listen to what you have to say, and I'm going to try even harder to make sure that I pay attention to that in the next song that we put out. Because feedback is important. And if everybody's sitting here sugarcoating everything, and everybody's just giving good feedback about everything that's done because they don't want to hurt your feelings, you're never going to get better, and you just plateau.
Dude, that's something I talk about. The people around me, when it comes to like my photography and stuff like that, is like hey, like, be critical. Like, I don't want yes people around me. Like, as an artist, I want to know that I'm putting out my strongest work, and I want to know what resonates with people and what's strong. And yeah, I think that's just like having a really healthy fucking ego, right? Where it's just like, it's like, hey man, like, I think you know me well enough too that if I heard one of your songs, I'd just be like, I'd be like, I really liked it, but
this could have been better. Yeah. This could have been better, or this could have been done differently.
But then also there's also something to be said about like giving like very specific, articulate critiques.
Yes.
Where it's not just like, oh, I didn't like it, right? Like, that's what
you gotta tell me why.
Right? It's with tattoos, right? Like, yeah, it's like, oh, I don't know, I like this. Okay, well, why don't you like it? Well, I don't know, it just doesn't look right.
Yeah.
Okay, what?
You got to tell me why. You got to give me actual feedback, not just nah. And also on the same rate, not just, oh, that's great, cool,
yeah,
awesome, you've been doing this. Let's say that, like, if I'm talking to, I don't know, fucking Paul Booth. Let's just go way off the fucking rails here. Paul Booth is a legendary tattooer, or even BJ Betts, who did this tattoo on my forehead. They've been doing it over 25 years, almost 30 years at this point. And they're amazing. They're legends in my industry. If one of them were to see my tattoo and just be like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I'd be like, no.
Killer.
I fucking know that you're lying to me right now. You're not actually giving me the feedback that you want to give me, and I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
But give it to me. Like, I need you to tell me what I'm doing wrong. Because if I'm doing something wrong, I want to make it better.
Well, you want to be the best artist that you can be, too. So, like, you got to hear that shit.
Exactly. And I feel like, especially with local scenes of music or art in any facet, whether it's photography or painting or tattoos or whatever, a lot of people just sit here and they don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. And they want to sugarcoat things just to be like, oh yeah, keep going. Like, you're doing great. Cool. But you've been doing this longer. And I need you to tell me what I'm doing wrong.
Dude, I won't keep anybody around me that all they do is to be like, yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Like, amazing. Best you've done. I'm just like, I know it's not. Like,
exactly.
I don't think I've done my best yet. Like, I need help getting there because I'm doing what I can do, but like, I need to know, I don't know what I don't know. Right?
Exactly. And I mean, I think I just experienced that at the Louisville Tattoo Fest.
Yeah.
Like, I put in the Frankenstein monster that I'm incredibly proud of. And
it's a great fucking tattoo.
Leading up to that, I was like, I think this is the best tattoo I've ever done in my entire career. I know it's going to place. I was so confident. And I got to the Louisville Tattoo Fest and I entered it into 2 different contests and didn't place at all. And I was like, whoa, fuck. Like, what a way to humble yourself, though.
Yeah.
Honestly. But, like, I didn't get to have the feedback from anybody of, well, you could have done this different. Well, this could have been this way. And I wish that I could have had it because I would love to know how to make it better.
Yeah.
But it goes, like, same thing with music. Like, that's why this podcast exists, is to, like, give a fan perspective from Blake and Az, but then to give a technical perspective as much as I have, which I'm not a fucking, like, end-all, beat-all expert or anything, but I do know a bit more about it because I do live production here in the studio. You can't see what I have going on, but like, I have studio monitors, there's an interface, there's a whole lot going on here that is like, I have pedals sitting right here. Like, one of my favorite,
there's some dude in a cage over in the corner.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we don't pay attention to Larry, but one of my favorite distortion pedals on the whole fucking planet is this one. It's called The Red by Walrus Audio, and it's one of the best ones ever made, but no one fucking talks about it hardly, and it's the fucking tits.
Everything Walrus makes is fucking great.
It's true.
Like,
but
they don't miss.
Yeah, so like, just to go off on a tangent there, sorry. Anyway.
Yeah.
You're right. That is why we do this. It's because I've always been a lyrical person, so I love listening to lyrics and placing them. That's why I'm always disappointed when I see a song that doesn't have the lyrics out, because I want to read them, I want to feel them, I want to know what it's about. And Quill can attest, I could tear apart a song if I know if I could see the lyrics. I could figure it out pretty fucking fast and be like, okay, this was it about. And then sometimes the artist would be here like, yeah, it's about that, and I'm like, fuck yeah.
That's one of the things.
If it comes across, then it means I feel like I've done my job here. Because other than that, I'm like, if it sounds good, it sounds good. If it's not mine, I'm like, it's not my cup of tea. But hey, someone out there's gonna love it.
It's funny you bring up lyrics, because that's one of my big drivers in music too. Is like I don't know, man. I want to think. Like I want whatever you're saying, whether it's vocally or musically, to make me think. And that's like, La Dispute is a great example of that.
Oh God, La Dispute.
But like one of my favorite subgenre metal bands is Every Time I Die, and Keith Buckley's a fucking poet.
Yeah, he is.
The shit that the map was not Map Change, but I can't remember what album that was off of. It wasn't Radical, it was the one before that. But that whole album is, you want to talk about grief and like the stages of grief. That whole album, for those that don't know the backstory of that, him and Jordan, the guitarist's sister, was essentially in hospice, preparing to die, and then Jordan's child was being born at the same time. And so he was dealing with being in this hospital every day and walking by a gift shop where he sees people buying little stuffed animals for their loved ones, and flowers, and smiling, and he saw the whole range and spectrum of human emotion. He saw loss, he saw ecstatic joy, and it was just this like, I'm just trying to walk to get a cigarette, and I'm experiencing the whole of human existence. And then he did what he did best, and wrote fucking poetry about it, and then screamed it a whole bunch. So,
yeah, I feel like that duality of life and death in general would be a great mix for any kind of song. To give
that album's great,
the
man.
Whole realm of emotions in one song.
Yeah,
I'm with you 100%. I love lyrics that make me think. I love lyrics that convey a message. I like something meaningful. I've always made Quill's heard me say it a million times. I always like the joke. Everybody thinks Learn to Fly is about something else and taking risks. And he's like, I just want to be a pilot. Like, my favorite line comes from fucking Lamb of God. It's this from Ghost Walking. It's the skin's healed, but you're bleeding inside.
I'm a big God fan, man. Top 30.
Once I heard that Ghost Walking song, he's like, this skin's healed, but you're bleeding inside. I'm like, oh my God. And everyone's like, what? It's like, you don't realize what that fucking means, do you? Right? He's like, no, it means you're fucking masking hard, man. It's like you're showing you're okay, but inside you're fucking crumbling. It's like
Randy's a self-aware motherfucker, man. Mm-hmm. He is. I'm a big fan of enlightened lyricists, right? Where they're very aware of who they are and what they're about, and that they're able to transcend that to the written page, so to speak.
And then again, Mastodon's Oblivion is in that realm too, where he's talking about his sister's suicide and how it makes him feel now as he realizes everything that she went through, and he's like, I fucking hate myself because I didn't realize it.
Do you like melodic death metal?
I love it.
You ever heard the band Arsis?
I don't think I have.
I think they're out of Huntington, West Virginia, but it's an older album. I think it's like 2008-9, but it's the album's called A Celebration of Guilt. And my favorite song on that album is called The Sadistic Motives Behind Bereavement Letters. And essentially the song is him screaming to the family of someone that was close to him that completed suicide, and basically just telling him like straight up, like, it's your fucking fault. But the way that he does it is just incredible. And there's this lyric in it that in the song where it's like, as like the day came to fade, it was as if the whole of heaven was crumbling fucking down. And it's right where the fucking breakdown comes and drops, and it hits just right, because you can hear just the truthfulness in what he's saying, and how incredibly genuinely he means it. And the song's poetry, and it's not often you find that in melodic death metal.
Kind of like the end of The First Pain Remains, where he's like, you can feel the emotion from that ending.
Can you spell that for us?
Oh yeah, Arsis is Arsis. and it's the album A Celebration of Guilt. The album that follows that, We Are the Nightmare, is also fucking incredible. Can't recommend them enough. I'm probably gonna listen to them when I leave here.
Fuck yeah.
I know I'm going to tomorrow. I got an hour drive to Columbus for a kid's birthday party. My kid's gonna fucking hear this shit.
But speaking of, like lyrics that mean a lot, that resonate, that have a message, you were talking about Law Dispute. And I fully agree. Law Dispute does that incredibly well, and
That's
they always fucking
shit, man.
They and I love it. But a band that I don't think personally gets enough recognition, and some people frankly fucking hate on them, and I don't know why, is Hotel Books.
Dude, I fucking love Hotel Books.
Dude,
Run Wild, Young Beauty. Holy
one
shit!
of my favorite songs on the planet, dude.
That song.
Oh,
that song tugs the heartstrings of
it makes me cry.
Soul.
It makes me fucking cry. The first few times I listened, I fucking bawled my eyes out.
That song is like what it feels. It's what it's the song form of that feeling of not being enough, no matter what you do and how.
But also, like, I think it also does a good job of being like, I just want you to be happy and be in the background and just be a part of your happiness.
I'm willing to sacrifice myself to
make
that happen. Yeah.
Dude, fucking, oh my god. Even if you just bring up the goddamn lyrics of that song, it kills you. It kills you inside. And then to actually hear how he verbalizes it, how he actually does it within the song vocally, it tears you apart.
Yeah.
And it's very Law Dispute reminiscent.
Yeah.
The way he does the vocals on it.
You heard the acoustic version of that song?
Yes. Oh my god.
So good.
Fucking kills me.
You want to cry together later?
Yeah.
Dope.
I'm gonna join.
Hotel Books. Shit. Run Wild, Young Beauty.
Yeah.
It's God.
That song goes so fucking hard.
It fucking kills
me. And the guitar playing in that song's insane. It's very like math rocky, like but I love a little bit of like
the fucking everything about that song is perfect.
Hell
honestly.
Yeah. Also, look at the fucking album art for this album. Metal as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
I honestly thought those faces were its arms.
It's so heavy you need a forklift to listen to it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm down.
When Arsis donates blood, they politely decline the needle and ask for a bucket and a gun.
I'll get your blood one way or another. You just gotta filter out the brain matter.
Yeah. But I know you said you had to go.
I do.
So everyone, please give a beautiful goodbye to Joseph Benitez. Amazing human, live photographer, and guitarist as well.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram. Or Instagram's the only thing.
What is your Insta?
It's Neon Demon Photography or Neon Demon Photo.
Neon Demon Photo.
I'm getting ready to photograph Poison the Well, Glassjaw, and Better Lovers here in like a week or two. I'm super fucking hyped about that.
Fuck yeah, Glassjaw.
Glassjaw's my favorite band of all time. Ask me about Glassjaw anytime. I'll fucking talk about it.
They're dope. If you haven't listened to them, do it.
Yeah, they're a lot of the hardcore and both hardcore and emo that we hear today are directly influenced by
100%. 100%.
So, good meeting everybody. Hopefully I get asked back. I know this went off the rails a little bit.
Every time you do the peace sign, it does it. Anyway.
It's celebrating you leaving.
Wow. Anyway, thank you so much for coming, Joe. We have one more band we're going to listen to, but thank you so much for coming and talking technicality with us. And again, make sure that you listen to Arsis, which Joe told us about, and
endorsement.
We will bring him back on the show again when we have more music to show him that he can actually kind of tear apart guitar wise.
Don't forget to show up next week for when I will do my first listen through of Show Me Your Teeth. I'm holding out listening until the podcast, so I can give you my live reaction.
I am trying to also get the producer who did the mixing and mastering to come on the show next week. He has not told me a confirmation yet, but hopefully he will, so that we can talk a little bit more technically about some choices as far as, how he went about mixing and mastering all the instruments and vocals, and how he really went about producing all of the synths and stuff that you hear within the song. But we do have a little bit more for you guys. Joe just had to go. So it is back to me, Blake, and Az, who has been quiet as fuck.
But he hasn't really had time to get words in.
I know. Me and Joe talk a lot. I'm sorry. He's my coworker, and I love him.
I cannot find institutional degradation. It's probably going to be on YouTube.
It is on YouTube, yes.
Oh, fuck me.
There's a lyric video, sorry.
A lyric video? I'll at least take that. I'll take that as an apology.
And also, I actually, before we play this, I did my first vocal feature for a track. I don't know when it's coming out, but I'm very excited about it. It's with another local band from Ohio. They're not from Columbus, but they are from Ohio, as far as I know, called Echo Break. And I'm very excited for it to come out.
Nice. When do we expect it to come out?
Like I said, I don't know the release date of it yet. They haven't told me. But it is a fucking dope song, and it got stuck in my head as soon as I heard it. Before I even put anything on it, I listened to it, and it was a rough mix. It wasn't even like the full-on mix of it yet. I instantly was like getting fucking shit stuck in my head. So it's gonna be a really sick song once it's all done. And I'm super stoked. I'm super stoked for it.
Oh, there we go. Catchy as fuck. That's all I'm gonna say. Show me your teeth. Oh, teeth. Never mind. All right, I think I found it. Institutional Degradation by Rogue Agenda.
The red one.
Agenda.
Yes, the red one.
I was looking for the band Institutional Degradation. Fuck. All right, here we go. Let's get the band pulled up really quick. They have nothing. Cool. Only one thing. 15 views. 3 subscribers. Now 4. Let's go. Let's see if we get ads. I understand that this is about for 18 and older. Hell yeah. Fucking heavy right there at the end. Liked it.
For sure. But I mean, like Joel was saying, it reminds me of early 2000s deathcore. Yeah, I can see that. And like the lyrics were very Rise Against the Machine. Yeah, very political. But like it was a good song. I do think there was and I wish that Joe could have stayed around for this one to talk about the guitars. But for me, like the guitars a little muddy, just a little bit. But overall, like a good song. I liked it.
Yeah, it was nice and heavy. Gave that appeal that I was looking for and everything. Definitely hit that breakdown bug that's been itching in my head all day.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Slow it down, make it
sick. Yeah, exactly. Halftime that bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like I said in the comments though, like I do wish earlier on in the song it was the lyrics effects were making it hard to read some of them. So I wish like earlier on in the song they would have made them less choppy and crazy so that I could have sat here and read them a little bit easier. But they did end up like for the rest of the song it did get easier. And they still had good effects on them. So like I just think earlier in the song they could have like toned those down just a hair, just a fucking hair, honestly. But that goes into like the graphic designer for the lyric video.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a good song. Heavy, had a nice breakdown, political. And I'm always down for that. You know, whatever you got to say, I want to fucking hear what you have to say. But the guitars were a little muddy.
Az, you still around? He might have stepped
He hates.
away. No,
he hates.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm here.
What do you think?
It was a good song. Yeah, the guitars were a little muddy, but it definitely scratched. Cause I took a break from metal for a while. I've been listening to other shit just to like take a breather. So it definitely scratched an itch that I've been missing for a while. So that's nice. And yeah, I could definitely hear the Rage or like System of a Down-esque lyrics.
See, that's where I was getting at it because it just reminded me. It's like Kubla Khan mixed with System of a Down to me.
Yeah, I could hear that.
I could definitely hear that a little bit. We all know my gripe with Kubla Khan. They don't fucking record to a click track, and that makes everyone's lives hard when you try to cover them. Maybe, or I don't know. Maybe that's what they're going for. But like, yeah, I definitely see both of those influences a lot in this.
I mean, it's a good song to end on. At least it's something chill. It's not something chill. It's something you've missed that anti-government shit, and it reminds me of the theme of Sugar, but in a fucking aggressive ass way, because that's the whole theme of Sugar is that fucking establishment's feeding you lies.
Well, the stanza, I guess, where they're talking about it's a two-party system, but they're both getting money from the same fucking place. Yeah.
Fucking name dropping Vanguard and all them.
Yeah, dude. Like, I love that they fucking. It's kind of a call out track when it comes to political shit, which I like. I'm never opposed to hearing a political track for sure. You know, you got something to say, fucking say it. Absolutely. And I think they did it in a really good way too, like the way that it was produced and the way that they laid the vocals down, those lyrics down on what they were doing.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as the song. Again, the breakdown was good. A little bit meh up to it. It's like it's enough to vibe to, but not enough to fucking like make me go out there and jump in a fucking pit till the very end of the song.
Yeah, I mean, like it was fun. I liked it. I mean, I would have had no problem sitting there listening to it, fucking headbanging, going at it a little bit. As soon as it fucking started to slow down, I was like, oh, here we go.
These are the guys who call out the whole fucking time, like, open the fucking pit, and then play, like, not pit songs, and you're like, I can't vibe to it.
I suppose so.
I can't two-step.
I don't two-step, buddy. I don't two-step.
I know you don't. You probably punched someone in the fucking face.
No.
But, you know, that's the point.
Ask Quill. My arms stay right here in my chest. It's all shoulders and chest. Shoulders and body.
But I two-step with my whole chest. I don't, like, I would have to find it. It's forever old. But there was a picture that somebody took of me at a show. It was an outdoor show at a skate park in like bumfuck nowhere, West Virginia, where I'm from. And I'm like beating my fucking chest two-stepping. Like I do elbows and beat my chest when I two-step. If like you're going that hard, I'm gonna fucking get it.
Just know this, me personally, if you're doing this shit, fucking throwing fists and shit, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you hard. Like,
open this fucking pit.
I'm targeting you specifically. As soon as your back arm hits behind you, I'm in your fucking rib cage.
Yeah. Joel says, "Open this fucking pit." Plays Barbie Girl.
This is the hardest song we've ever played. I met a girl and I really thought she liked me.
I can hit Ronnie Radke. Anybody on the fucking planet could hit Ronnie Radke so goddamn easily. It's so stupid.
Yeah, but then Stu.
His palette position, so fucking easy. Anyway, yeah. Because I think it was a decent song to end on, though, for sure.
Right.
I just a breakdown call out. Oh, yeah. Well, they deserve to die then. They weren't moving. I don't know what to tell you, Joel.
If you're getting called out in the breakdown, then it's your fault.
If you stop moving, you're gonna fucking die.
If you're not
have a bad time.
If you're not, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. With words? Yeah, for sure. 100%. Anyway, yes. Good song to end on. And also, like we mentioned a little bit earlier, for anyone who might not have been here, my band Verkari has a new song coming out next Friday, the 11th, called Show Me Your Teeth. And I'm very excited about it. We'll talk more about it next week for sure. But it is a very lyrically heavy song for you, Blake. So you know, it is a very personal song. It has a lot of different emotions going on within the song, and lyrically, you're gonna feel a lot. You're gonna feel a lot of things when it comes to the lyrics of this song, and you're gonna probably pick up on what it's about kind of right off the rip. And I did make sure that the lyrics are on Spotify, so you shouldn't have any problem. You should be able to see them and make sure that you can follow through the song. But it's gonna be a lot. I'm not going to lie to you. It is heavy. It is aggressive. But there's a lot more emotion there to it lyrically as well. So if you haven't pre-saved it, anybody who might be watching...
I pre-saved it.
I know you did. But anybody who might be watching who doesn't know, please go pre-save it. It's definitely worth it. I'm very proud of this song. And I think all of my guys would agree with that. We're very proud of it. And we put it out with... through the producer Amenta Recordings out of, I believe it's Dayton, Ohio. Michael Waters is fantastic. We had a really good time doing shit with him. So I'm going to try to get him on the show next Friday to talk about the technical choices that he made throughout mixing and mastering the song. And he actually did the synth stuff, all of the sort of background things that aren't true instruments for the song as well. And I'm hoping he will confirm with me soon. To say, yeah, he'll be here for us to talk about all of that. It'll be a fun time. Picking his brain a little bit on mixing and mastering the production side of things.
Nice. All right, I think I found someone we could raid into. He's playing prog rock drums.
Do it.
So, fuck it. Let's see if it works. God damn it. I don't know why it won't let me do it. Fuck it. We're never going to be able to raid, apparently. I don't give a fuck. God damn it.
I don't know nothing about it. I don't know anything about it.
I don't know. It's supposed to be a great way to build shit because you're going into other communities and you're and you keep some people follow you back, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I don't know how any of it works.
I can't fucking do it, apparently, because it fucking doesn't want to do it.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
But remember, go pre-save or go to Verkari, find the pre-save link, go get it. If not, you'll see it here. We'll try and see if we can get your producer, so you can kind of pick his brain about the song. I won't listen to it all day, which is going to be really fucking hard, because I love when Quill's music comes out, and I have to spend all day not listening to it, and I'll be picking up my son, so I'll have a 2-hour drive where I'm like, I can't listen to it, because I got to get home.
Dude, and it sucks. It sucks because Damien fucking loves my music too. So you and Damien are gonna sit here just
I might just have him sit next to me and listen. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. You should have Damien sit next to you for it.
But keep that next week. Stop by. Verkari's definitely gonna post our shit to share about it. That song makes me hard. What? The new one?
Joel has heard it, and it's a fucking banger, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
It's fucking chopped liver over here. I'm the only one who hasn't heard it.
You said you wanted to fucking have a true reaction to it. I'm not gonna send it to you.
Now I do, because I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not sending it. You're gonna have to just do it next Friday.
So we're blue ballsing him. Great.
Yes. Yes.
Honestly, I could just. It's very easy to avoid things, so I'm gonna be like, I'll wait.
All right.
Fair enough.
So keep in tune for that next week. We're gonna be doing that. We're gonna have everything going that way. We'll see what we can do for you guys. Have a lovely night, guys.